I started looking at the owner's manual and I saw an option that I had not, it's very simple, but I had not seen it in any other projectors I have ever reviewed. I grabbed the camera and I want you to see my raw first reaction and explain to you what that is. This is the review of a budget full HD compact projector by PixThink. It's called M1, and that is this projector right here. If this is the first time you guys stopping by, my name is Sean. This is my tech channel where I review techs, gadgets to unboxing reviews and tutorials. So if you think you may like content like this, you won't want to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and when you hit the bell icon, don't forget to change that to all, because that's the only way you've been notified for all my future videos. Full disclosure, they sent this projector to me for review, just like many other products I get for review. However, they did not sponsor this video. I do get to keep this, but all the opinions are mine. So I will share several pros and cons about this projector, and the company will not get to see my opinion and this video before it goes published. However, I got bills to pay. So this company does have a couple of sponsors. The first one is TECGEAR, that they are the creator of this desk lamp called Illuminate, and we're gonna hear about them in a little bit. And the second sponsor, which we will hear about them during the video when I'm showing some sample footage on the screen using this projector, is called VESSI. Before we dive right in, let's hear from TECGEAR, and then we're gonna do an unboxing and tell you all about this projector. Thank you TECGEAR for sponsoring this video. This is Illuminate, their LED desk lamp with a built-in wireless charger. It has an adjustable arm and head, touch control surface, 10 brightness level, and 4 levels of color temperature from warm to cool. You can charge 2 devices at once, one using the wireless charger on top and one using the USB port in the back. It also has a built-in timer with 2 available options of 1 and 2 hours. It comes in 2 different colors, black and white, and the design is simple and minimalist, and it's a great companion for your desk or nightstand. Thank you again TECGEAR for sponsoring this video. Welcome back. So the unboxing is very straightforward. I will tell you, I am a big sucker for a carrying case that comes with the product. So not only this actually has a very nice carrying case that comes with this, but it also actually is a really good quality, and it's a really good looking case that you may be able to use it for several different equipment, I guess. You have different pockets that you can put all your cables and the power adapter in it. And so that is a huge plus for me. This projector also comes with a screen, and you have the necessary mounting tools, I guess, that you'll be able to go ahead, put it on your wall, and then the projector itself and a few other cables and accessories. The remote is really nice and handy. You have your volume button. You actually have a digital focus and a menu button and a mute and power button. So definitely comes handy. So let's take a look at the product itself. Right up front, you have the lens. It does not come with any lens cap, so you need to keep that in mind. You have, looks like on both sides, you have these speaker grills right here. In the back, you have your ports, an HDMI, USB, and an audio adapter in case if you want to hook it up to an external speaker, for example. And at the bottom, you have your mounting hole right here if you want to put it on a tripod or mount it from the ceiling. And it has kind of like 3 legs. You have an extended leg in the back and 2 individual legs in the front. It is rubberized, and so it doesn't really slide on the table. One of the most important reason you are getting a projector is its video quality. So let's talk about that. I started playing this in 100% pitch black room, and you guys can see what that quality is like. And then I start adjusting the light using one of the lights I got right here. This light right here. So I start dimming that light from 0 to 100%. It's really trying to demonstrate what would a dim room would look like and what would a fully lit and bright room would look like. And this is the results. So I gotta tell you about the video quality. So these are some of the initial conclusions I want to share with you. Number one, this definitely is very bright, especially for its size. And they advertised that, so I wasn't surprised to really see that level. You can easily play this if it's in the afternoon and you have a little bit of a light coming through the window. You'll be comfortable watching this, but you cannot have this in a fully lit room in an office with the lights on. It's not going to be very comfortable to see. A couple of things that was very interesting. So this has what is called a 100% offset design. So most projectors, when you are projecting, it starts projecting this way, right? So right from the center, so the center of the lens is going to be center of the screen. Therefore, you have to use keystone adjustment. You have to put the leg to tilt the projector, and then you have to use the keystone adjustment to bring the picture back to a normal rectangle. What this one has done, it has what is called a 100% offset. So you really don't need to lift the projector and it will project upwards. So the bottom of the lens right here is going to be the bottom of the screen. So if you put it on your coffee table, the table shouldn't cut off the image. In my test, I will tell you, that was about 90% accurate. I had to slightly lift this. I think I put a couple of these notepads right above the leg to just slightly rise it, and then it gave me the perfect picture that I was looking for. On the other hand, let's talk about focusing, which is one of my pet peeves in projectors, especially when you looking at and considering budget projectors under $200. This has a digital focus wheel, and it's the first one I've ever tested, and it works just like it sounds. You have two buttons on your remote. One will move the lens forward and one would bring it backward. So you play with these two buttons until you get a tack sharp focus on the screen. Next, let's talk about audio. This, in its tiny package, it has one of the loudest audio I have ever heard. But the sound quality is just like many other projectors. It sounds like it's coming from a tin can, essentially. So it's nothing close to having a hi-fi audio. So my recommendation is to still connect this to an external speaker. Depending on how much room you have or what kind of budget you got, you can go with something like this. This is from DB Source, one of my favorite speakers you can get under $100. And this will give you a good amount of bass, a good amount of volume, and it will give you crisp audio. Thanks to VESSI for sponsoring this video. Like I said, they make these 100% waterproof sneakers. They have different styles from everyday move, weekend sneakers, and cityscape sneakers. What is impressive about their product is they don't have a coating on the sneakers that makes it waterproof. It's the actual material itself that is waterproof. So you still have breathable shoes, but you don't have to worry about having wet socks or feet when it rains or if you step in a puddle of water. So ironically today, when I received these and I was getting ready to go ahead and shoot this segment, it did rain and I put these on, I went outside, and I tell you, it worked beautifully. I came inside and I had 100% dry feet. Also, regardless of which model you get, these are extremely lightweight, and by the way, they are 100% vegan. I do have a coupon code that you guys can use. I'll put it on the screen and down in the description below. Definitely check it out. Thanks, VESSI, for sponsoring this video. It has an interesting mirroring option that you're able to mirror your phone onto the device as if you are mirroring into an Apple TV, for example. So I tried that. It's a little bit finicky, but it does what it says it will do, with only one exception. When you connect it that way, it kind of, I guess, connects to the Wi-Fi that temporary Wi-Fi that this produces, and that's how it uses that connection. The downside is when you do that, you don't have any internet. Finished shooting the video, I started looking at the owner's manual and I saw an option that I had not, it's very simple, but I had not seen it in any other projectors I have ever reviewed. I grabbed the camera and I want you to see my raw first reaction and explain to you what that is. So I was almost done with the review and I was writing my notes with the pros and cons, and then I said, let me take a look at the owner's manual, make sure I'm not missing anything. And I saw that in iOS devices, you can just connect a USB cable and you will be able to mirror the screen. So I grab my USB to lightning cable. Number one, it is actually charging the phone, which is great. So if you're gonna play something from your phone, you're not gonna drain the battery in the middle of it. But also, look at that. I'm able to mirror my iPhone just fine using this method. So I know it's something very simple, but this is huge. That is pretty cool, isn't it? You're charging your phone, you are with no lag, you are mirroring image into this device, and it is just so seamless. The downside is it only works with iPhone, not Android devices, but I'm selfish. I got an iPhone, so I love that feature. The other thing that they were advertising is how quiet this thing is. So I used my dB meter to try to measure the noise, and at about a foot and a half from the projector, the fan noise was only about 45 dB. If you don't know what that is or what that means, that is actually pretty quiet. This is really all there is to it. So to wrap it up, here's a list of pros and cons, starting with the brightness. This is a really bright projector, especially for its price, which is Pro number 2. The speakers are really loud. Again, not necessarily talking about the quality, but how loud it would get. The fan noise is really quiet and really low. It gives you that digital focus, so you don't have to use the ring. You can just push these buttons to get a nice focus on the screen. It comes with this awesome carrying bag that you can put the screen, the projector, and all your cables and accessories inside this bag. You get this free screen. This gives you the 100% offset design, so you don't have to have this awkward, adjustment with the keystone to try to get the right look and fit on your screen. The lens housing has a seal design, so it impacts positively the longevity and the quality of the projector. Now, what are some of the things I did not like about this? First of all, this is plastic. They have these fake chromes on the side, so they're not really fooling anyone, but it adds some accent to it. So I'm not a big fan of like shiny parts on products. So you need to keep that in mind. It's very plasticky. We talked about the audio loudness, that was a plus, but on the other hand, audio quality is just average. You need to keep that in mind, especially when you turn it up really loud. It gives that kind of like tin canny sound. When you use mirroring using the Wi-Fi, you lose internet from your phone. Maybe I set it up wrong. I'm not sure. Somebody correct me down below. I'll put in the list of cons, but still don't forget that you have that awesome mirroring option just using a USB to lightning cable, which, by the way, I forgot to add that to the list of pros. That is a huge, huge, huge benefit. At the end of the day, is this worth considering? Personally, again, I cannot talk enough about that options. If you got an iPhone and you're in an iOS ecosystem, that USB to lightning mirroring option, that is a game changer personally for me. So that would be a huge plus and an absolutely recommendation for anyone that is considering to get a projector in this price point. This has been it. I think I covered everything. If you guys have any questions for me, drop a comment down below. Don't forget to check out the link of the sponsors of this video, TECGEAR with their Illuminate desk lamp and wireless charger, as well as VESSI. And I do have a coupon code, I think for one or maybe two of them. Just check it out down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.